Are you always getting rejected by the companies you're applying for? Maybe it's because you're stupid. That was a joke, come on, don't be that offended. And welcome back. Don't worry, I get job rejected a lot too, and it's mostly not because of the things you and I did, but rather it's because of the things we didn't do. And yeah, hear me out. I have been in this industry for a while now, 5 years. And what others don't see is that I've been rejected countless times. Fully employed, with no breaks, hopping from one job to another doesn't mean it's because I am in demand, but it's because I've constantly seeked out companies and applied more times that I can remember and got rejected more times that I can count. I actually got rejected a week before recording this video because I was trying to juggle multiple jobs. So I started to reverse engineer what I've been doing, or more specifically, not been doing. As I studied different times where I've been rejected compared to the times I've been hired, I found three things that actually stood out why I got rejected. And let's order these reasons from the least important to the utmost one. First one is I didn't ask enough questions. I found out that HR people and hiring managers actually categorize candidates as a strong hire if they ask the right questions about the job, the company, and the management. It shows that you've been in this industry for quite some time and that you know what you're looking for in a company or a team that you'll be joining in. So here are the questions that actually drive the job interview to the interviewer instead of the interviewee, which is you. One, what workflow is the company using? Do they use Scrum or Agile? Why is the role available? This will give you an insight if they actually treated the person you'll be replacing nicely. And how often does the company do meetings? It shows that you know how to prioritize your time, or you know where you want to spend your time on. Do you want to spend your time on meetings or in actually coding? How do they balance productivity with how often they meet? Do they still send messages after and before shift? What communication methods do they use? Do they prefer emails, chats, or voice calls? As for me, I don't like emails. I would rather be on chat than emails and voice calls because I don't like voice calls to a point because I'd rather spend my time coding than being in a call a lot of times. What characteristics do they look for in a developer? And don't be afraid to ask questions. Always remember that a job interview is a conversation, not an interrogation. The best part of asking questions is that you talk less, so there's less chance of committing a mistake or saying something that you shouldn't have. The second reason why I got job rejected was because I didn't prepare enough. Abraham Lincoln once said, if I only had an hour to chop down a tree, I would spend the first 45 minutes sharpening my axe. So what are the best ways to prepare for an interview or a code exam? What I personally do is code and solve algorithm problems before going in. Think of it as a warm-up, like how boxers and MMA fighters do some stretching and shadow boxing before they get into the ring. There was this one time that the interviewer asked me to solve the FizzBuzz algorithm problem and I failed because he only gave me around 3 minutes to solve it and the pressure was on. I was sweating on my keyboard and I really felt like the world was on my shoulders because he said that the meeting wasn't supposed to contain code exams, but he went and gave one anyway, even though he said that the meeting was just for formality. Long story short, I failed, but the most haunting part is that I've already solved the FizzBuzz problem like a lot of times before going in, but the pressure just got to me. So yeah, warm up. I also work out or exercise if I have time before the interview. This is helpful because exercise produces endorphins that improves your mood. So before you go in, it's like you have this aura, a good mood aura with you that can resonate to the person you're going to talk with. It's way better being in an interview more relaxed and in a good mood, especially when there's pressure. You'll have a clearer mind and you'll have a good aura that will resonate in the room. Watching mock interviews on YouTube also helps. There's a lot of YouTubers or tech influencers that really knows what they're talking about. Watching mock interviews on YouTube also helps. It is similar to doing research videos like this one, talking about tech interviews and learning from other people's experience so you won't commit the same mistakes. Is a good way to prepare for an interview as well. Last reason why I didn't get hired or I was rejected is because I didn't shift my mindset. What I mean is think in a way where you're not the one in need of a job, but rather they're the one in need of what you can offer. I believe it is the most important part. Having this mindset gives you a ton of confidence boost. Have you ever encountered a situation where you're currently employed, but then another company offers you a job? You may go into the interview knowing full well that you are already in a good job and just curious to what they'll offer, hence makes you more bold and courageous to demand benefits and a higher compensation just so you can see if they will actually bite on those demands. You have nothing to lose. You're already making good money, and regardless if they don't accept your demands, you will still have a job. But if they do, then you'll be in a position to choose to stay at your current company or to hop to another one that gives better benefits and higher compensation. That's how shifting your mindset feels like. They need you regardless if they reject you. Deep within you, you know that there's a company out there that needs you and will meet those demands. Shift your mindset. You're a developer. Facts and statistics show that your skills are valuable. And if you still doubt yourself, watch the recommended video after this one. That's it, and see you on the next one.